All right. Well, good morning to you all. Sorry for this. Been having a little technical difficulties with my MacBook, but we are on live and we're on. And I hope that you're doing well. Listen, when things happen, you just make the adjustment and you keep moving. So I'm here. Forgive me, but we're here. We're here and we're live. Good morning to you all. This won't be super long, but welcome to Family Morning Transformation with yours truly, DMP Speaks. If this is your first time, welcome. If this is not your first time and you've been following me, thank you for your support. My name is David M. Pinkston, but I go by the name of DMP Speaks. I'm a empowerment speaker. I'm a board certified Christian counselor, but I'm also a family restoration specialist or family coach where I come in, I rebuild, I grow, right? Your family dynamic. This is what I do. I am that middleman. I am that bridge to bring your family closer together. And I love what I do. I appreciate what I do. This is what God has given me to do. And I'm commissioned to do this for the rest of my life. So, with that being said, let's get into the topic that I want to talk about. And for the rest of this week, I'm going to give you 5 tips, one tip each day on how to get closer to your team, to understand your team. The first tip that I want to give you all, because we're still talking about communication, because there's so much in communication, you guys have no clue. And if you do, you know that it's just not one part over here and one part over here. There's many parts when it comes to communication. But I really want to focus on this today. And what I want to focus on for you all is creating a safe space for your child to speak, for your teen to speak, your preteen to speak. It is very important that they're able to verbally dump what is on their minds. Because when they have that space to verbally dump in the right way to the right person, then and they trust what they're saying, and they trust that you're not going to judge them. See, when you are judging your child and that child feels that they are being judged, it's not a good thing, because that's when they start to close up. They won't talk. Any child that feels that they're going to be prejudged before they even say anything, they're not going to be forthcoming with their information. They're not going to be forthcoming with their emotions. They're not going to be forthcoming with what they want to say. So you have to be able to create this safe space. Now, what is safe space? It simply is a safe place to talk, a safe place to talk, no judgment zone, literally. No judgment zone. And I'm not saying that you can't chastise your child. I'm not saying you can't be authoritative with them, right? But they have to feel comfortable. Listen, they're already uncomfortable coming to you in the first place. They're already uncomfortable coming to you because this is something that they've been wanting to share, or 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 felt led. Maybe they didn't want to share at first, but they said, you know what? Let me give grandma a chance. Let me give mom and dad a chance. Let me give auntie a chance. Let me just talk to them, because this is a situation that I've been trying to handle on my own. And because I try to handle on my own, it hasn't been going the way that it was supposed to be going. Right. So I really feel like when kids are comfortable, this is what I wrote down. A lot of kids feel uncomfortable because and they have a preconceived notion of feeling that they're going to be judged in their minds, right? That's their assumptions, because a lot of times it's not even just their assumptions. A lot of times, if we could be honest, parents, we don't give our teen a chance to talk. I'm guilty. I've been guilty of that. I really have. And that's why I'm talking about it this morning, that I already had my preconceived notions of what my son was going to say and what my niece was going to say to me. And I was ready to combat them. I was ready to go after them. You didn't do this and you didn't do that. And I'm upset with you. And da, 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 da. But I found out that doesn't work in every conversation. Every time that you have a conversation with your child, that does not work. It doesn't work. We got to learn how to give them a chance to speak first and foremost. And secondly, be heard. See, let's be honest. We can hear what they're saying and not understand it. We can hear the words that are coming out of their mouths, but if our hearts are not open, if our minds are not open to hear, if our ears are not open to hear, excuse me, I'll get more. Excuse me. So sorry. If we're not open to really hear what they're saying, because what we want to do in this safe space, right? We got to give them comfortability. We got to allow them to have a peace of mind when they come in and speak to us, relaxation, right? And a healthy environment. They got to be somewhere that they have a healthy environment so that they can speak. They have to be able to speak, to be heard, right? And to be understood, right? Because this safe space, it gives them verbal expression, emotional expression, mental expression, because they feel like they're being understood. They feel like when they're talking, you're listening, you're taking in, you're not assuming, right? And you're showing love, you're being transparent, right? You're being understanding. You have this opportunity to learn of them and learn what they've been dealing with, if it's even something that you just really don't agree with. We understand that. I understand that. But as a parent, we have a responsibility to create this safe space anywhere. I don't care if it's the house, if it's the car, if it's at the dinner table, if it's on vacation, they want to tell you when they're on vacation that's going on, or if they call you, even on a phone, even on a FaceTime. If your child is calling you, if your child is saying, I would like to talk to you, that's special. Because you know what? Because they could have went to somebody else and got some wrong information. They could have went to somebody else and got some bad information. And because we have to recognize that they come to us, that they're coming to us to get some knowledge and understand that they don't have at this particular time because of how young they are. Remember, their brain does not fully develop. A teen's brain doesn't fully develop until they get 25, right? So if they're 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, even 18, 19, some of them, they need your guidance, right? So to give them the guidance that they need, you got to create this safe space for them to talk. They're already nervous, they're already feeling a certain way, but they have to be able to talk to you. Like, we have to be able to really get this in our minds. When they're coming to talk to us, it is not our time to tell them what they should be doing. We have time for that after they tell us that, right? But we got to give them that space to talk. Because if we start talking to our children a little bit more and listening, that's a big thing too. Let me just pause here. Let me park the car really quick. If we just listen to understand. Even if you're angry, you have all right to be, excuse me, angry. You have all right to be upset, right? And this is a practice that we need to develop. All parents, all guardians, we have to be able to listen, because if we don't listen, we miss so much. We can miss so much information by not listening. Because when we listen, we're not only hearing what the child is saying, we are listening to what they're not saying. In this whole safe space, when you create that safe space, you're getting the verbal, but you're also getting things that they're not saying. You're getting emotion that they're giving you. They're giving you their thoughts, what's on their heart, what's on their mind. So when you have that opportunity, don't waste it. Don't waste it. if I can just stress it. Listen, I told you, family morning transformation that's what it's called for. That's what it's been designed for, to give you something in the morning for you to think about, not to make you feel bad, not to bring you down, but I want to bring you up because I'm building a community for you all, for families. Hear me close. Hear me clear, everybody. Family Morning Transformation, right? My podcast, my radio show, some other things that I'm going to be working on. And this is not a shameless plug. I'm telling you what I'm doing. My program is called Family Reconnection. Family, and I have to move it because there's a direction and a connection that you have to have in order for your family to be transformed. So for your family to be rebuilt, there is something that has to change in us. There's something that has to change in your child. And when you develop this creative, not creative space, but this safe space, well, creativity can be in there if you want to be honest, but you can listen. Listen to what your child is saying and what they're not saying. Their verbal cues and their nonverbal cues. Hearing what they're saying and taking in what they're saying is so important. So important. So I'm going to pause here. I feel like this is a great space, great time to just tell you that, listen, you got so much potential with your child. If I can just be honest, you got so much potential with your child. It is important that you build this safe space for your child because they need to hear you. They need for you to understand what they are saying. So I'm going to stop here. Thank you so much for your time. Again, I apologize for my tardiness, just having some difficulties with my laptop, but I am live and I thank you so much for your time. Before I let you go, there is someone out there that needs help. There's a family out there that needs help, and you know it's you, but you might be afraid to talk about something that's sensitive. You might have some issues going on. Your husband might want the help, but he don't want people in their business. And I understand that. But I have been praying. I've been asking God. I know that I'm supposed to change this world with my words. I'm supposed to change this world with the knowledge and understanding that you have given me. I want to change families' lives around with time. There is a process of progress. I'll say it again. There's a process of progress, and your family needs a process. You need some tools so that you can go forward. And I want to be able to help you in that area. This is how we do it. So let me be that family coach that you need. I want you to go to my bio. I want you to click on the link and I want you to sign up for your free 30-minute call. Sometimes all you have to do is take one step for your family, and that one step could change the trajectory of your whole family's life by making that one change. That one change. I want you to click on the link, do it now. You won't regret it. I promise you, you won't regret it. Also, I have a wonderful registration only Zoom on this Thursday at 5 p.m. Is how to rebuild damaged relationships, or how to rebuild those damaged relationships with words. We're still talking about communication. We're still talking about communication with your children. We're talking about with your spouse and the family dynamic, the family unit. That's what we're talking about. Also, I want you to catch me this Thursday, right? It's going to be a wonderful. I can't even tell you who the guest is. I can't even tell you. It's a surprise. This person is near and dear to me. You don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss it. But what I have done, I have put the link in the comment section so that you'll be able to sign up today for that free registration only Zoom on this Thursday at 5 p.m. from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. It's going to be a wonderful time. But guys, thank you so much for your time. And I will definitely see you tomorrow. Everybody have a wonderful and amazing morning. Let's go get it.